Wasn't that a quick break, Brian?
Yeah, it feels like a quick break.
So we don't want to keep our viewers out there waiting. So welcome back to the GCM National Qualifiers. Ako po si Vulcan, kasama ko si Crazy Apple. Kami ang magiging shoutcasters nyo. Papunta yung game number 2. Galing sa game 1 na yung Archangel. Grabe naman yung ginagawa nila. Yung si Trevor sa mid lane with the talent smite. Snowballing in and shutting down the jungle.
Yeah, and makapansin din natin doon sa early game na ang ginagawa madalas ni Nexta on the jungle was palagi siya nag-invade, hinahanap niya na saan yung Talia. At the same time, habang hinahanap niya yung Talia, since si Trevor meron siyang wave clear advantage in the mid lane, nakakapunta ka agad din siya sa kabilang side naman ng jungle and to get some camps. Kaya niya nakuha madalas yung Raptor camp at kaya natin nakita ang taas ng gold niya.
You know, Apple, the way we're seeing this meta right now, it's all about those mid lane smite invades, and it's quite powerful, I would say. Let's say si Nexta with the Skarner gets great zone control there in the blue side, keeping Hate distracted, while Trevor is forced, has all the time in the world para mag-invade sa Raptor side niya. And what can Light do? He can't really leave the mid lane due to the way that Trevor keeps pushing him in and chaining him down. So guys, let us now move on to game number 2 of Archangel versus IPT, with Archangel taking away game 1. Right now guys, match point po tayo dahil ito ang best of 3 series.
Yeah, and dito natin makikita kaya bang i-break ng IPT ang trend. Can they break always the 2-0 kapag may nanalo na ng game 1? If ma-1-1 to ng IPT, they would be in the better position than most of these teams in the upper bracket.
Definitely here, because when it comes to double elimination guys, don't worry. Let's say for Emperor Esports, IPT, if they do lose game number 2, Team Red, and also from our first match, it was Mineski versus AEX. AEX still has a chance at the lower bracket due to our format here. Double elimination, but for today guys, for day 2, we will be focusing everyone having a same start. Not just an upper bracket, but they will be knocked down towards the lower bracket, and they will have a second chance.
Yeah, and maganda din naman kaya sa mga double elimination format na ito. May kita pa natin sila ulit, hindi sila basta natalo dito sa best of 3 na ito. Hindi babay, hindi pa forever yung pagkababay sa kanila. For the GCM, they all still have their chance to be able to represent the Philippines in the Globe Conquerors Manila happening on August 18th and the 19th.
Alam mo ba, Apo, at least walang forever sa babay. And that's something that yung mga players po dito sa teams ng, let's say, yung mga teams na hindi masyado ganda yung first run nila, meron pa isa pang chance dahil sa double elimination format. So, let's hope for those teams to have an easier run here. But now, going into this Game 2 matchup, so Apple, we did see Game 1 draft. It was a lot of mind games because coming from day 1's trend, we saw a lot of flex picks. We saw the capable of the Aatrox mid lane with a smite. We saw the Talon with a smite. And what happened in Archangel? Parehas sila makuha ng Aatrox at Talon. So, ano na? They were actually going to match it with the Darius, but Biglan, May, Talon, like, looks like we'll try it with the Kled this time.
Yeah, and actually, I think it was a very smart pick yung Kled mid. Kasi ang daming matchup ni Talon in the mid lane. Maraming traditional matchups in the mid lane na kaya niyang i-burst down immediately. And dahil sa passive ni Kled, hindi siya basta-bastang mapapatay nitong Talon eh. Pero at the same time kasi, yung pressure na na-exert ni Nexta over the map, na lagi niya nakikip in check yung Talia. At the same time, si Trevor has the better wave clear. So laging nagtatago lang sa tower sila. Kasi ayaw din naman niya i-risk yung sarili to take free damage from Trevor. Dahil tuloy sa matchup na yon, na snowball ng Archangel yung kanyang lead. At the same time, nakakita din naman tayo ng signs of life from IPT at the start. Yung gank ni Hate sa top lane at nakakuha nila yung first blood there. Pero after nun, hindi na natin gano'n nakita yung proactiveness na pinakita ni Hate at the first opening minutes eh.
So for Hate's performance in Talia, you gotta hand it towards the way Nexta and Trevor played together. Pressuring the mid lane, pressuring the jungle, prevented the ganks from happening from the top and bot. And what happened in the bot lane? Medyo uncheck kasi. May Morgana, may Shen. So you're gonna expect that that's an easy matchup for them compared to Rakan. So mahirap talaga ma-engage ng IPT dito. Not to mention the time that they had some, let's say, freedom to move around the map. That was a bit too late.
Yeah, and siguro kasi ang naging decision-making din doon ng IPT when they were making that draft is they were looking more for the team fights. They were looking more for the mid-game roams that they can do for the rotations and try to get the lead from there. Pero Archangel was looking more into how to win the lanes, how they could snowball early on the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game. At dahil doon, nanalo sila doon sa 2 lanes, mid lane and bot lane. The top lane, medyo natulungan pa para mapanalo ni Evilis yung lane.
You know guys, it's really nice to see you back here towards our stream here for the GCM National Qualifiers. We saw a lot of fans out there, sobrang silang excited. Not to mention, ang daming debate sa YouTube chat po natin sa mga meta po ngayon. So Apple, can you give me a bit of a brush lang hindi yung medyo deep na iceberg just something na medyo it's easy for me to understand and it's gonna be concise. Tell me about the meta right now.
Well, yung meta right now is dahil nga nakita natin ni nerf yung mga marksmen, yung mga stats sila ng 8.11, kaya hindi natin madalas nakikita ngayon. And also dahil sa mga buffs sa mga yung Elder Drake buff and the Baron buff, kahit yung mga boosters ngayon, kahit medyo late game, nakakuha sila ng madaming damage. At the same time, medyo pinahina din ilang resistances. So nakikita natin ngayong bumibilis yung laro. At nakikita natin maraming bruiser in the bot lane and the mid lane. And nakikita din tayo ng double supports kasi malakas na yung stats nila kahit konti lang items So very effective sila sa laro kahit hindi sila gano'n nakakuha ng gold.
And to add to that, it's something about items are getting cheaper for bruisers. Items are getting more expensive for ADC. Tapos, walang tayong oras maghintay mga 40 minutes into the game. So, yung mga bruisers talaga sobrang lakas. Not to mention, ever since the Conqueror Keystone that came into play, sobrang up talaga ng level ng mga bruisers natin Kahit wala silang masyadong items, ang sakit talaga yung damage kahit sa Conqueror Keystone.
Yeah, exactly. Pero hindi din naman dahil doon nawawala na ng bisa ang mga marksmen natin. Kaya nakikita natin yung mga gold funneling sa para mapabilis yung kanilang items. And actually, we're being signaled that I think we're gonna go into the draft at this point. So, let's get into the draft right now.
Tara na guys! Game number 2. This is going to be match 2. Archangel on the blue side versus Imperium Pro Team on the red side. Thank you so much for waiting right now, and we hope that we weren't taking too long.
Yeah.
But we did give you some insights to what is the meta right now. So let's see how the drafting phase will go.
Yeah, and nakita natin yung first ban nito ng Archangel is the Kai'Sa, which is similar kung ano yung una nilang mga sa first rotation ban nila. And we see IPT also banning out that Camille.
So, Kai'Sa ban on the blue side, followed up with a Xing Xiao. You know that Hay loves his Xing Xiao.
Yeah, and nakikita din natin na ang
favorite picks actually.
Actually, yeah, favorite pick niya yung Xin Zhao. Nakikita din natin these two teams, tinanggal nila kaagad yung junglers that have really good early game impact in that Camille. Pag nasa jungle sa Camille, nakita natin kahapon kung paano gamitin the burst. Itong Camille jungle na to, kukuha lang siya ng red buff, immediately level 2 goes for the gank and tries to get a kill. You can make that similar move with the Xin Zhao.
What a smart move by Archangel to remove the Kai'Sa, the Lucian, one of the top tier marksmen we have right now.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we could still see something like a Morgana being a stable pick in the bot lane. But for Imperium Pro Team, alam na nila, they're gonna be pitching away the pool of terror just a bit. They saw how uncontrollable and how good this Talon mid is with a smite. They will be taking it away with a ban in phase 1.
Yeah, and this is a smart ban and also a respect ban coming from IPT. Tinanggal nila kaagad yung Talon kasi na-terrorize nila itong Talon na to kanina. But we see Archangel picking that Nocturne na kanina binan ng IPT in their first rotation of bans.
So let's see, Imperial Pro Team are gonna follow the trend that we saw in game 1. Will they instantly jump on the Morgana pick? No, they will instantly take away the Gallery because they see on Nocturne, Shen is still available for the picking here.
Yeah, and I'm thinking na pwedeng i-pick ngayon ng IPT yung Shen, but at the same time, they already locked in that Gallery and they are hovering over that Shen. Let's see kung talagang ilalaki na nila tong pick na to.
Okay, so this leaves open a lot of creativity for Archangel's side. I mean, bot lane still up for grabs here. One of the picks that we see, yung mga Swain pick, Morganas are still available. So IPT, okay, we're gonna take away the Gallia, but giving you the Shen is kind of too risky. We'll take it away.
Yeah, and nakikita din natin ngayon na Archangel is again picking that Aatrox at mukhang mafe-flex sila ulit between Ivalice and Trevor, and we'll also see kung ano yung magiging third pick ng Archangel.
So let's see, it's still hovering, time is ticking, Talia is still open if IPT wants to go for it. We don't see a jungle just yet, but yeah, as I said before, Morgana is still very much open here. Trying to deny the taunt from the Shen is crucial, so Archangel will be ending their phase 1 with a Morgana pick.
Yeah, and may kita natin madalas na nagiging combo in the bot lane itong Morgana and Shen kasi very safe yung lane na yan. And ang ginagawa ng Morgana is minamax niya yung kanyang Tormented Soul, yung kanyang W para mabilis makashove ng lanes. At the same time, pag nakahit na sila ng level 6, maganda ang kanilang impact across the map other than bot lane. So ngayon napaghiwalay yung dalawang pick na yon. So we'll see how will that change in terms of the dynamic of these two picks.
So looks like phase 2 will start right now. But we're seeing the Fiddlesticks. More so, yung Fiddlesticks is something like, say, very, very cheesy. And Fiddlesticks and Morgana does not end well for you, so they will take it away. Interesting enough, Darius is being banned out because we are seeing a Mundo on IPT side, which is a very good counter towards the Mundo top, so IPT will take it away here.
Yeah, and yun yung masakita nating usual na binaban, or I mean na pinipick against sa Mundo, yun Darius, because that bleed can also keep proccing the Executioner's calling passive, the Grievous Wounds passive from the Executioner's calling. At the same time, nakita din natin yesterday na hindi lang naman tong Darius ang talagang nakaka-shut down sa Mundo. I think yesterday, yeah, we've also seen the Atox. So since na-pick na early on ngayon ng Archangel ang Atox, we'll see if they'll put it in the top lane to counter this Mundo pick.
And they're trying to read the draft of IPT. So, sa tingin natin, I mean for Archangel here, they're trying to read it.
Yes.
Yung Atox ba? Pumunta ba yan sa mid lane? Ano na? So, the Mundo does not it's okay at early levels. It helps the Atox get the cleaver as soon as they can, saving that 800 gold, get a Kindle gem, rush that cleaver. The passive is there, but come late game, you need to pick up the GW without a doubt. The Grievous one, you need to take out the Morello or the Motor Reminder here. But seeing an Archangel, looks like we're gonna be seeing a very fun bot lane. It's gonna be a Pyke with maybe Swain in the bot lane, but who knows? Double support bot lane, does Pyke go well with Morgana, or would it be a Swain?
Well, it can also go well with the Morgana kasi Morgana has that Dark Binding, has that how many seconds of CC that can lock down a target, and free na may hit ngayon ni Rox yung kanyang stun with the dash from his E. At the same time, nakita natin na nilock in ni Hate ang Zac pick, which we haven't seen in a while.
I've seen the Zac pick way back. It's one of the comfort picks that we see Hate jump immediately onto, and we don't see much from the, let's say, tank junglers in patch 8.13. We see a lot of junglers that can get you a lot of money in return, such as the Nocturne, let's say, even the Talia, if used well. But now, looks like it's going to be a top lane Swain. Or will it be a final flex? No, it's not going to be. Okay, so top lane Swain with the Morgana against the Mundo. And Morgana and Pyke in the bot lane. Looks like we'll be seeing the Aatrox in the mid lane again.
Yeah, and makita natin itong Aatrox. I'm actually very excited to see how Trevor will use this Aatrox in mid lane. May smite siya ulit, so they might just use the same strategy that they did earlier, na lagi sila nag-invade early on sa jungle ng IPT, keep Hate in check at the same time, and steal some of his camps to put him behind in items.
I go. So Trevor, you will be playing this Aatrox in the mid lane. How is that gonna pan out for Galio? I'm pretty sure I've seen day one, and I've seen EXO use the Aatrox mid. Very scary. Like, sobrang katakot kayo. Like, sobrang, not to mention, a lot of spikes happening for EXO, but for Galio, we just have to watch out up there.
Yeah, and siguro yung matchup na to, I actually feel like it's Aatrox favored, especially if Galio would shove up, because Galio usually clears the waves really fast with his kit. Kasi marami doon AoE with his Q, with his E, and Aatrox deals a lot of physical damage. So we'll see how the matchup pans out. Baka mabehind na naman si Light, but we'll see if Hate can provide that help with the Zac.
Now on to Summoner's Rift. Everyone, Game 2 starts right now of our match 2. Archangel on the blue side versus the Imperium Pro team on the red side. So seeing things up here, another mirror of what happened in Game 1 is actually the cheese. Maybe the cheese this time, because it was just point guard happening, but now it's just going to be IPT. Inaabang sila. Malay mo yung Archangel, may Morgana sila, so why not go for the invade? We saw this before. Yung mind games talaga kung may Morgana ka.
Yeah, and I think it's more of Archangel just not wanting to risk a lot. Kasi at this point, lamang sila eh. Lamang na sila sa series. 1-0 na sila. And if they're looking at the trend, they can get that 2-0. But at the same time, si IPT kaya sila nag-clump up doon because they are expecting na baka mag-invade itong Archangel on that side of the map. But Archangel is on the other side, going probably for a late ward or trying to get that red buff.
I think they will just go straight forward here. They're seeing a lot of members invested on towards the red side of their own. Archangel responds the same way. A trade up of red buffs here.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about the later on into the game, probably into the late game for these two teams. Kasi conventional wisdom tells us na IPT meron siyang marksman. So mas meron silang late game damage. But at the same time, this is an Ezreal. And Ezreal is not the best in terms of a late game marksman. So at the same time, Archangel packs a lot of damage with that Nocturne na alam nating mabilis nakaka-burst down ng isang squishy target. So later on, it feels like Archangel may be able to deal more damage in turn, IPT needs to secure the early game for themselves to secure a win in this game.
I'm actually seeing a lot of teleports from IPT. Triple teleport here with the Galio and the Mundo and the Ezreal. So maybe a lot of global pressure coming in for IPT here to come back from the lack of damage. Who knows? Because I do agree with you. Sobrang lakas sa damage.
Yeah. Pero at the same time, parang ito din yung gusto nilang gawin nung game 1 na marami kaming pwedeng gawing map rotations, na globals, but they were behind early game. Kaya hindi na nila ma-pull off masyado yung mga rotations sa gusto nila na you would see when a tower falls down. So we'll see here kung kaya ba i-reenact yun ng IPT now with teleport, which is arguably an easier way to get behind the enemies as long as kaya mong makaprepare ng wards behind the enemy lines.
And also to hold off their lanes here as long as they can to help Marky scale with the Ezreal. So checking out the lanes here, guys, you can see that IPT is actually pushing them in quite well, leaving a lot of hate to a lot of safety in the jungle. But I want to see hate maybe go for the top lane.
Well, in a sense, kailangan tulungan din ni Hate si Mundo at the top lane. Kasi mas mabilis mag-shove talaga tong Swain. But if MJ can just keep farming in the top lane and not give any kills to Ivalice, then he can come to a point na ma-outskill niya tong Swain.
Tries to get away with the shift there. That's going to be Marky fighting away with Shadow, popping the Spirit's Refuge. Nice some damage from Archangel's trade in the bot lane.
Yeah, pero makikita din natin na si Pyke, kaya in the way why he's really good as a support assassin is yung passive niya nang he-heal. When he's out of vision, he heals back some of the damage na he received from the enemies as long as naka-deal siya ng damage. That's why it's very rewarding for go for trades when you're playing Pyke.
So trade-offs, exit kills, they have ways to do it because they also have the paranoia for the Nocturne. So hintayin po tayo ng level 6 for Archangel, especially si Nyx na kasi that's the time we're gonna see them going for these deep dives and maybe some commitment. Pero for IPT, ito yung window nila para ma-abuse yung heavy farm ng Nyx. See Nyx na here, but looks like they're gonna go for an invade here. Helping it out here, Trevor will trade it off with taking away for a goal, but that's gonna be a smite secured by Trevor, takes away with a dash.
Yeah, and I'm actually pretty surprised. I haven't really seen a lot of Atox. Yes, nakita natin siya kahapon. Pero seeing the matchup between the Atox and Galio right now, ang ganda din ng wave clear nitong bago nating Atox. Lalo na doon sa tatlong AoE na makukuha mo in the queue. Similar to how Riven does her queue. Pero mas parang slightly more clunkier lang. But the damage that he can deal can clear waves really fast. Kaya dati nakikita ditong na-shove ka agad ni Trevor and how they got that Raptor.
I really want to see Hate going for these great ganks, but he's only level 3 here, quite slow. Nyx is already ahead by 1 level, but see this. We see the same thing we saw in game 1 after. Like, now we're seeing Archangel taking control of their lanes and going for those invades, denying those Raptor camps. That's going to be huge for Hate, but like I said before, correct me if I'm wrong, man. At this point, I think this is going to be IPT's chance to control the early game because they have the Zac. But for Archangel, they need to wait for the level 6 in a way.
Yes, they can take control of the early game. Kahit nakikita natin na medyo dehado yung mid lane and the top lane. Nakikita natin na may almost 20 CS lead si Ivalice in the top lane, but I do believe there is a wave crashing into the top lane turret. But at the same time, medyo nabibihay na sila in items early on. And about the 10-minute mark, it's when you get significant amount of items, significant power spikes to take control of the game. At the same time, I think with that Zac pick, kaya nga ng IPT. But it's gonna be pretty hard if they are behind items.
Ang ganda din yung lockdown kay Archangel here. They're just going for trade-offs, and as you said before, man, they can just heal it up, stay in the lane, and pressure Marky down. And I think Marky has to buffer the shift, but in that time frame, tumawa pa rin yung Dark Binding, and we can clearly see Rox following it up with his stun.
Yeah, and nakikita natin na ganun ang trading pattern talaga dito sa bot lane. Kaya kahit arguably mas hindi maganda yung lane nila ngayon kasi you don't have the traditional marksman, and Ezreal is one of those marksmen that can stay pretty safe. Pero makita din natin how these two would trade, how these two, nakita na natin doon na nag-dash out si Rox. Ini-stop niya yung recall ni Shadow. And it is indicative of what can happen later on, lalo na pag dumagdag pa yung damage ng Morgana and Pyke when they hit level 6.
Grabe naman to si Trevor looking at those invades here, trying to flush out the Zac. Looks like Hate will take his time with the red buff, and when level 6 happens, I won't be surprised if Nyx will now claw himself back into this game and help Archangel have a good start because we don't have a first blood yet.
Yeah, we don't have a first blood yet. And actually, I think it is the longest time na wala pa tayong first blood ever since we went into this GCM National Qualifiers. And ang layo na ng unexpected natin from these two teams when we were talking about how Archangel and IPT would perform nung bago mag-game 1. Now, we knew these two teams are a very, very bloody in terms of how they win the games. But Trevor taking a bad trade against Light.
A lot of damage. And now, level 6 na siya. Paparanat pa yung bot lane ng IPT. Let's see. Flash in. Binding does not connect, but it will be Zancho diving in with the binding. Paranoia is up. They're going for the turret dive with Rocks. Leading the charge with the stun, but in the end, Nexta will take the kill. Nexta and Slow gets kissed together by Rocks, and that's gonna signal the hero's entrance. A quick response and a trade-off from IPT.
Yeah, and it's a 1-for-1 trade for both teams. Nexta falling down, while on the other side for IPT, it's Marky who fell down, but Trevor is in this bot lane right now.
Oh, nakita sila dyan. So that's gonna be Archangel just flushing away the members of IPT. They're gonna fall back here.
Yeah, and nakita natin tong dalawang top laners na to. Nasa island lang sila trading blows right now. Pero yeah, doon sa bot lane na yan, makikita natin na medyo matagal bago pumasok si Nixa. Inintay niya muna na masisigurado na kaya ng amount of damage nila to take down Marky because he didn't have his flash anymore and he burned his Essence Shift, Arcane Shift I mean. And yeah, they did get Marky but medyo malalim sila at maganda din yung pwesto ni Hate to react immediately for the counter gank and getting that kill.
And with that, man, they take away the first blood, giving it towards Zinixta.
Yes.
But you can also hand it towards IPT with Hate countering that gag and trying to get some trade-offs here. So that's gonna be the bot lane clash happening right now. But seeing how Trevor is trying to match the damage from Light, that's not gonna happen. Ang sakit talaga ni Light dito. Pero si Hate channeling for the sling shot. Trevor's up in the air, pops the ultimate. He's gonna have a second chance. Calls in Ibelis. Let's go. It's gonna be the flash in there. That's gonna be Ibelis going in hard, and that's gonna be Light getting away with the flash. That's gonna be Shadow responding with Stand United. Hayes being locked down by Trevor. And that's still Ibelis still in the fight here. Pops the passive of the sack. Is it gonna be enough? No. Teleport to buy some time from MJ with the save here onto Hayes. But looks like MJ gets caught by the hook from Pike. That's gonna be MJ backing away. Will he survive? Yes, he will. Pops the ultimate to help him survive.
Yeah, but very curious din yung nangyayari sa fight. May kita natin yung lakas nitong Atox pick na to at ang lakas ni Swain kapag napop niya yung ultimate niya. It was a 2v3 at the start and it became a 3v4 pero mukha pa rin nalugi ang IPT on that trade.
Maybe we did see MJ using the teleport to help buy time from Hate. At this point, we can see IPT still determined, not letting Archangel have their way with them, still trying to match the aggression and not having any trade-offs. That's not gonna look well because they need to do it slow. They need to reach the late game to let Marky scale.
Exactly. And nakita natin na very minimal lang yung gold lead. Across the board, konting-konti lang. It's just in the hundreds ang lead ng each player from Archangel. Dahil lang ito, probably because of the CS lead that they have per lane. Only Marky is actually very slightly ahead. Halos wala against Zencho.
Most of the CS lead we see here are mostly the fact that we're seeing like 30 CS above, 20 CS above, it's a top at mid. But it's Trevor. We can see that he actually picked up the hammer. Can he go for a Warriors enchantment? We'll see here about Nexta. Going in hard. Rocks will joining him. That's gonna be the three members of Archangel blocking the escape from Light. That's not gonna happen there. Looks like the Justice Punch won't be the saving grace for Light here, giving the kill to Trevor.
Yeah, and that was a great play from Archangel, getting the kill on Light in the mid lane. Sakto lang, sayang wala si Hate doon para makatulong. And it's actually also a really, really good call, knowing probably where Hate was in the map.
So great call by Nexus. This is what I want to see. When you see a level 6 happening for the Nocturne here. But look at that Central only locking down Shadow. Sayang naman. He was going over Marky, but in the end, only Shadow got caught inside the circle.
Yeah, medyo kulang pa sa konting lakad, Zencho. Hindi ganun kahaba yung range ng ultimate mo. But at the same time, may kita natin doon how Shadow, sinasalo niya lagi yung hooks ni Rox para hindi si sinasalo lagi yung hook ni Rox para hindi si Marky yung makasalo at hindi siya yung makadeal damage at maalanganin yung kanyang pwesto.
So with that distraction in the bot lane, and we do still see Archangel having some control here. That's gonna be the Rift Herald perhaps. Smite steal. He's buying some time. He takes away with a smite, but Trevor will pop the ultimate. He's gonna have a second life. Will come back from that just shortly, but looks at IPT. They're gonna signal a recall. They're gonna signal a back here because Archangel has quickly responded. MJ flashing away. MJ trying to survive with the ultimate there. Ivan is flashing in to try and take down MJ, but MJ will make it out alive. Maybe. Sancho's there. Dark Binding. Can he go for it? No. Looks like Archangel will be happy with the Rift Herald take.
Yeah, in the end, nakuha pa rin naman ng Archangel yung Rift Herald. So wala talaga silang big losses then apart from the apart from the ultimate kay Trevor. Pero makita natin doon si MJ on that mundo. Grabe yung healing talaga pag na-pop niya yung ultimate niya.
And with that, looks like Archangel trying to start things off well. I mean, first turret is still up for grabs here. First blood was secured by Nexus. So why not take everyone, rather, why not take yung lahat ng first time ni IPT dito sa game 2?
Tingnan natin. Nakuha din naman na, parang kanina lang sa game 1 natin na si Archangel lang nakakakuha lahat ng objectives across the map. But we'll see if may lane na kayang i-focus pa yung Archangel. Nakikita natin na nananalo sila in terms of CS numbers. And there's a trade happening in the mid lane.
Okay, Trevor does not have his ultimate there, forcing out his flash. Makiss-kiss na ba? No. Blackout there in the mid lane. That's gonna be the Let's Bounce kidnapping Trevor. He doesn't have his flash. That's gonna be Standing United. What a great kidnap coming from Hay. And here comes Shadow connecting the top. They're going on to Nexta. And that's a kill for Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, and Zensho is a bit late to this fight. Tinay lang niyang makakuha ng hook. Makakuha ng binding. But Trevor, hindi ko sure bakit pa siya nag-go for that other Q. Probably because napindot na niya at the same time na-kidnap tuloy siya na hate, going to the tower and giving up a kill, giving 2 kills to IPT.
Ooh, 2-3. Apple, we may see the trend here. Maybe a 2-1 is in order for our match number 2. Who knows? IPT still showing some life here. Pero si MJ chasing down Ivalis. Ivalis, no flash. Oh, MJ going in for the chase. Can he go for the tower dive? Looks like he will just miss one cleaver. And just forcing out the ultimate for Ivalis, but Ivalis going in for the returning. Ivalis going for the revenge, but MJ backing away. Meanwhile, the bot side going in, starting down Marky, takes him down.
Yeah, and bigla tayo nag-swap to the bot lane. Nakita natin na napatay si Marky. Probably si Rox, nahuli na niya sa wakas. Si Marky, hindi na nasala ni Shadow yung hook galing sa Pike. And we got another kill for Archangel.
Ooh, Rox under the radar, spots out Hey, trying to hook him mid-air. Misses.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been really awesome.
Yeah. Kung nakita
sayang talaga.
Habang tumatalan. Pero at the same time now, dahil doon, Archangel has kind of some control now near the blue buff side jungle of IPT. Kakalagay lang nila ng red ward to probably spot out hate.
Grabe naman, Apple. If tumama talaga yung hook sa mid-air ni Pike dyan, grabe.
Bumibela na ako, sisigaw na ako.
Ako din. Ang super hype yung denial ng mid-air dito. Kaso yung kay Archangel starting things out with the Ocean Drake takes it away there. Meanwhile, on the top side, we're seeing Hay trying to get away. He does have the passive. Hay being pinned down by Nexta, trying to get away with the last one he does. But the burn will be more than enough, but it's okay. Meron siyang passive. Self-division has been activated here by Trevor trying to get away. Trevor, is he gonna make it away? He does not have his flash. MJ and Light chasing down Rocks, pulling him towards him to slow down the chase from Imperium Pro Team. In the end, we did not see any kills, Apple, but we did see Archangel taking away the Ocean Drake.
Well, actually, off-screen, we saw Marky actually killing Zensho. Not sure paano nangyayari, pero hate here might... Okay, he got saved by Light at the last moment.
Sayang din yung kay Trevor. He did.
Oh, hindi pala.
Grabe naman. Si Rox getting the kill with the ultimate. Hati-hati yung salary dyan. So it's gonna be Rox low on health. MJ going for the dive. They are forced to pop the Rift Herald. It's gonna be a party in the mid lane. That's gonna be them going on to Light. And that is Light being taken down by Nexta. Rox is still alive here, but Rox does not have his flash. It's gonna be Nexta and Trevor pushing in the mid lane. First turret still up for grabs here. And it's gonna be Archangel taking away an easy first turret, but why stop there? They can go for more.
Yeah, we'll see if Archangel still keep pushing and get this second tier turret. Ayun, nakalahati na yung buhay at hindi kaya ata depensahan to ng IPT.
Imperium Pro Team, are they going to engage? Ultimates are all down and wala si Light dito, pero si MG nahuli pa siya. Stand United gets cancelled, locking him down. Ivalis picks it up. Rift Herald going all the way towards the mid lane. Inhibitor turret, Archangel still pushing it hard. Light is back from the fountain. Can he help the defense? No. Medyo nahuli yung dalawang member ng IPT dito. MJ, si Shadow, wala dito sa mid lane, cannot go for the defense.
And IPT, okay, I thought Hate was looking for another engage, but grabe yung series of events na yan from Archangel. IPT trying to pick out a member of Archangel doon sa Raptor Camp, pero nung na-recognize kagad ng Archangel na, oops, medyo nag-overstep ang IPT. Hinuli nila kaagad, sinamon yung referral at dinire-diretso hanggang sa mid lane inhibitor ng IPT.
Alright, we're seeing 17 minutes into this game, Apple. Wala pa siya masyadong late dito. Yung konting 5k lang, halfway there for the dreaded, yung medyo danger zone. Yung medyo, if let's say, it's the red zone.
Zencho.
Okay. Zencho, great black shield there. Did not get knocked up by the engage. Knocking down Hate, slowing him down.
Yeah, and kala ko makakaught si Zencho, but yeah, the black shield right there, saving him from getting caught by IPT. Pero na, 17 minutes into the game pa lang. Yes, hindi ganun kataas yung 5k gold lead na hawak ngayon ng Archangel. But at the same time, nasira na yung mid lane inhibitor. And that gives so much pressure for Archangel to take control of the map.
Sobrang sulit yung RH Apple. Dahil entire mid lane nawala agad in a span of 17 minutes. That early. This gives Archangel so much room to roam around the red side of IPT.
Yeah, and kanina nga pinag-uusapan natin kung actually, Rox, I thought Rox was going for a stun right there. And actually, Rox flashing in.
Flashing in, knocking down MJ. It's gonna be the execute. What an easy pickup from Rox.
I'm loving these supports that are picking Pyke right now. Kahapon nakita natin si TG on that Pyke and ang gaganda ng mga hook niya, ang kiklin ng mga nakukuha niyang hook, and now we're seeing Rox having the same performance on this Pyke pick.
You know, I love the meta right now. It's gonna be more action, fast-paced. Gone are the days na medyo dragon yung laro natin mga 14 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Halos lahat yung mga GCM games natin, Apple. Less than 30 minutes or 30 minutes sakto.
Yeah, and in a way, entertainment value na nakikita natin, ang daming fights na nangyayari, mabilis na tops, and very action-packed. But at the same time, nung mga teams na ito nag-adapt, nakikita nila kung ano yung nagiging strengths nung patch na to. And kanina, we were talking about how different yung patch na to and bakit nagiging maaga natatapos yung mga games. I forgot to mention that this referral is one of the reasons. I think it was 8.12 na binuff nila yung referral na kahit ilang HP na lang yung referral, simple niya. Yes, may minimum amount of damage na dinideal siya sa turn. So nakita nating example yung kanina sa mid lane, 3 tole na yung kanyang bidangga. Pero pareho pa yun yung damage na in-inflict niya. Kaya tuloy nakuha kaagad ng Archangel yung inhibitor ng IPT.
Gone are the days where the Rift Herald deals damage with the remaining health. There's a minimum damage and that's what we saw. Sobrang sulit yung Rift Herald kay Archangel dito sa mid lane. So, 17 minutes into the game, you saw the entire mid lane destroyed by Archangel and looks like they're in a good spot to maybe end the series with a 2-0. But guys, teka lang muna. Teka lang. Masyado advance kayo mag-isip dito. Kasi Imperial Pro Team, maybe they have ways to come back here. Ezreal late game. Does it work well at this point?
The thing is, ang gagawin ng Archangel, pag nakita nila yung Ezreal, tatalunin nila. Though at the same time, ngayon ang ginagawa nila is tinatalon nila kaagad is yung Galio. Kasi nakikita nila that Galio isn't that tanky at this point. And pag tinanggal mo si Galio of the fight, hindi na niya kaya makailang rotation sa skills niya na ilang beses kanya matotont, ilang beses kanya masusuntok, ilang beses kanya mapa-flap yung wings niya na ma-deal all this AoE damage on your team. Pag hindi mapaulit-ulit gawin yun ni Light, mahihirapan ng IPT manalo sa mga fights kasi mawawalan sila ng isang source of damage and most of their damage is coming from that Ezreal. So kung mapinpoint mo na lang na, si Ezreal na lang yung nagda-damage yung Galio na nagbe-build ng AP, hindi na siya maka-deal damage, then tapos na ang laban para sa IPT at kayang ipanalo ng Archangel yung mga team fight.
And that's gonna be a tough case for IPT to come back. But guys, teka lang muna. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. May in-game pause po tayo. We will resume after the problem has been solved. So, abangan muna guys. So, ito yung game 2 na match po natin ng Archangel versus IPT with a point of 1-0. But I think it's going to be still a game scenario where it needs to be IPT looking for the right fights.
Yeah, IPT still needs to look for the right fights at the same time na they do have the Galio, they do have the Shen. Ang dami nilang ways para kapag may pumasok na liligtas. Pero ang ganda din ng mga ginagawa ng Archangel. They recognize the strength of these two champions. So, natitake advantage nila kaagad. Nabibilang nila, nakakalculate nila in their heads how much damage it would take to kill one target. Nakikita mo nagpipil up sila at bumabalik-balik. Kaya tuloy yung mga fights na papanalo ng Archangel.
They're just waiting for the right time to go in here, but Apple, it looks like we have to look for the right time to go back into the game here because we will have a short break due to the fact that may technical issues po tayo dito sa Garena Studios. So guys, ako po si Vulcan, kasama ko si Crazy Apple. Kita-kits muna bago mag-continue tayo ng game number 2 after a very short break.
Power is fragile, shifting from hand to hand. Above, Garen oversees his people as protector and judge. To his worshippers, there is a small price for peace, their will. Below, Darius rises, bringing with him the surge of a revolution. The many who follow fight for freedom and welcome no other prize but death. With one ruler versus a world without. You determine who will reign.
Well, don't delay the momentum of the game here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the excitement of game number 2 of Archangel versus Imperial Pro Tour.
Yeah, and a quick review lang kung ano na yung standings of these two teams. Currently, Archangel is 1-0 in the series against IPT. Currently, slightly ahead. Actually, not just slightly. Talagang ahead ngayon ng Archangel in this game with about a 7,000 gold lead at this point. Just 20 minutes into the game. And nakita natin kanina how Archangel just basically smashed the mid lane of IPT.
Man, it's smashed the right word here because sa tingin ko, it's more on how Archangel played to their win conditions really well. I mean, I did mention dun sa early game natin, I wanted to see Hate do more of this private guns. We did see it. We got it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Nixta done more. Because looking at this kill here, 3-2, 508 KP right there, and looking at the way IPT starts fights, they're more on the reactive side there. Pero si Hate, we did see great ultimates. Yung let's bounce talaga, sakto yung mga kidnaps dyan. Sakto din yung timing, like we saw in the mid lane.
Pero yung nangyari lang talaga sa IPT, yes, nakita natin yung hinahanap natin from IPT early on. They were more proactive. Nakita natin they were almost trying to take control of the game. Pero yung overextension lang nila sa mid lane, yun na talaga yung nag-give way para yung Archangel would snowball ahead in this game. Nakikita nga natin ngayon na Archangel is 6 towers up against IPT0 and they're now trying to get this Baron.
Man, this kind of reminds me of game 1 because kanina, sa game 1 natin, Archangel got everything. Yung turrets, yung Drake, and now looks like they're gonna take away the first Baron without any contest from IPT. This is gonna be huge, but IPT immediately going into the Baron pit. Hey, I want to see a steal. Can he go for it? But looks like they're too busy with Rocks. Rocks banging off time. Archangel immediately switch. They're going in hard, but that's going to be IPT fighting back. Heroes and Trent with the knockup onto Ivalis to slow them down. IPT looking good to clean it up. Your true sharp runs is there for the chunk, and that's not going to save Marky. Stand United. It's not going to happen, but look at Shadow popping the stages to deny the resets from Pike. But in the end, Rocks will still get the kill. But meanwhile, Zencho will be picked up by Hate, and looks like it's going to be 2 members of Archangel down for the count, while MJ going for the cleanup, followed by Light. They have successfully shut down the Baron take from Archangel.
Yeah, at the same time, tumakbo na si Nick sa papunta sa Dragon, getting the Mountain Dig. Pero nanalo doon yung IPT. It's a 3-4-2 exchange in favor of IPT, but Rock's trying to get more kills.
Oh, looks like quick response from Nixta. alam niya medyo flop yung Baron.
Yeah.
So let's immediately go to the Drake here because same mentality po to sa game 1.
Yeah.
Coming from game 1. Ayaw mabigay ng Archangel na kahit ano kay IPT. Yung turrets, yung Drake, really pinching their resources, denying them for any comeback here to really pinch out the goal.
Yeah, pero makikita din natin dito yung strength ng Mundo and Galio pick. And makikita natin sa replay na to na Archangel ang nag-decide mag-turn from the Baron. Nexa actually trying to burst one of the members from IPT. Pero nakita yung CC, the amount of CC lang na nagpapak on the members ng IPT. At pag 5 silang sama-sama sa teamfight na to, makikita natin talaga na daming damage na pwede ding i-deal ng IPT. And I think very key din dito yung pagka-deny ng resets ng ultimate ni Rox ni Shadow. Kasi kung isipin mo meron siyang ultimate dito, he can just keep going and kill more targets from IPT. But at the same time, yun nga, si Nixa nakita natin tumakbo na doon na siya sa Dragon and IPT still gonna get one more kill.
Did you guys see that nakita niyo ba yung power ng IPT dito? Also, it's still a great job for IPT to maybe a good chance para mag-bounce pa po sila dito sa game 2 natin, guys. So, let's see. Archangel though, still not giving up in the Baron. Still putting under pressure here. Looks like Archangel trying to flush them out. But guys, the IPT, they're being very careful. Nakita natin dun sa Baron contest, ang daming protection ng IPT dito kay Marky.
Yeah.
Kaso yung Pike, mawala yung protection mo, nasa execute ni Pike.
Yeah, and also, isa din thing to point out, nakita natin doon sa fight, and si MJ yung buhay pa, very healthy pa siya at the end of the fight. And dahil kasi wala pang any grievous wounds items, itong Archangel, they still don't have the Morellonomicon or the Executioners calling from any of their members. Kaya tuloy si MJ, yes, he is 0-2-2 down. He is down in CS against Ivalice, but he is still very effective in these fights.
Pero dito, pagkita tayo ng GOAT lead dito. I mean, 7k pa rin, 10 to 7 kill score. But now, check out this inhibitor, ready for the taking here, looking at Rox being zoned by Hate. The inhibitor just respawned in the mid lane, but IPT, ayaw mabigay ulit kay Archangel.
I'm actually very curious why Archangel is in this inhibitor right now, but it looks like they're about to get it, but IPT also, it keeps on challenging them. At the same time, I actually think that Archangel should just keep going for the Baron, because wala talaga silang a lot of range champions to get this inhibitor, but they're slowly chipping it down. They're gonna probably get it in the next few waves.
Oh, hey, pulls the trigger there. Can he go for a great let's bounce? But he gets rooted down by the Morgana. Hate still going in forward. He's gonna go back. Signal strike to use the hero damage. Light with a 2-man taunt. Light locking down Nixta and Rox. Pops to say this. There's the Morgana biting. They were looking for Archangel clumped together. But in the end, look at the protection that they're investing onto Marky. But in the end, Ivan is going in, going for the exit kills right there. Archangel pushing back. Imperial Pro Team, they've survived every damage. And now Archangel, they're going for the cleanup. Can they go for Marky? But in the end, Turret Aggro will do the job for IPT.
And this might just be the end of the game for Archangel. There's still 4 members up from them. There's only 2 from IPT. Only MJ and Marky are able to defend this base, but Archangel is currently backing away.
They're still playing it safe here. They're really respecting MJ kasi wala silang Morello, walang previous wounds. So, I guess MJ is doing a great job by buying more time para kay IPT dito, guys. So, kita po tayo dun sa clash. There is actually a small window that IPT were able to get the upper hand. Teka lang, Crazy Apple, patikin dito sa replay natin.
Yeah, and going to this replay, nakita natin that Hate is gonna pull the trigger. He's gonna go in and go for the engage. Nahiwalay si Trevor dito at the start of the fight. Kanina si Hate just trying to zone out the Archangel members, but Trevor, nahiwalay siya dito, but he can eventually get out. Zensho getting pulled in. Pero IPT, patagal na patagal yung fight. Hindi nila kaya i-deal ng damage because Marky is trying to go for the squishier targets ng Archangel, but at this point, the Ezreal doesn't have enough damage, and IPT, only thing they can do at this point is get away and lessen the casualties that they have.
Pero isipin mo, Crazy Apple, that if may damage si Marky dun sa clash na yan, malay mo, dito sa game 2 natin, Imperial Pro Team, they can mount something here because nakita talaga dito ng Archangel, medyo kulang sila sa continuous damage. Kasi burst yung Swain, same thing goes for yung Pike, if you consider him as a support. Pero hindi naman. So, seeing how IPT is scaling up well, maybe the board can change it for Marky here. He's building up to the Cutlass.
Yeah, pero at the same time, dahil na nasira na nga ng Ark, they're actually going for MJ at this point.
Oh, look at MJ, still healing up all the damage they're dealing onto him, still being invested onto this Mundo. Shani going in with a taunt, knocking down next to Daban. Looks like Rox will finish him off, leaving behind Yikes! Leaving behind Shadow. Looks like the Pike will do so much damage. Na walang talong member ng IPT dito. Only 3 members left to defend.
Yeah, and it's a 2-for-0 exchange. Pero mukhang kukunin pa nila si Marky.
Binding does not connect. When Marky gets up in the air, it's gonna be Rocks pulling him back. And that's gonna be a fish down for IPT. Now, only hate, only light remains. Light buying time with a stasis. Light, yikes! Immediately gets melted down. Archangel here. Following the trend here, they're going for a duo.
Yeah, and they're still trying to get hit. But yeah, Archangel looks like they're gonna move on to the next round, getting the 2-0 against IPT. Congratulations to Archangel.
Well played for Archangel, securing our match 2, a best of 3 series with a 2-0. So, you're still gonna hand it towards IPT for GG. Well played there.
Yeah.
They still had some windows. Marky was gonna scale to the late game, but this meta is really not favoring yung mga sobrang tumagal dun sa late game. There's not enough time there. 70 minutes into the game, nawala ng inhibitor. I think that was going to be IPT losing some control of the game at that point.
Yeah, and may kita din natin yung composition kasi na dinraft ng IPT lacks a lot of damage in the mid-game. Yeah, masasabi mo yung Galio can deal some damage pero up to a point Kapag nakabuild na ng ilang tanky items yung Archangel, hindi na enough. And also, nai-heal up lang ni Trevor with the passive ni Atox. At the same time, meron pa siyang Death's Dance. So talagang hindi nila basta-basta patay. Atox, nakita natin doon, the pick-off na ngayon Atox, na hiwalay na siya sa laban. Pero dahil sa passive niya, dahil sa ultimate niya, he was able to survive. And that's why Archangel just kept winning the team fights that IPT initiated on.
Man, Archangel, as you said before, Crazy Apple, from the promotionals, we did see Archangel taking down IPT with a 2-0, and we saw it again here in our national qualifiers. So, congratulations to Archangel for winning match 2. But guys, hindi po tapos yung day 2 po natin ng national qualifiers dahil may match 3 po yung sa upper bracket pa rin.
Yes.
We're gonna determine who Mineski is gonna face as we progress on.
Ang makikita natin on the next match naman would be Barcy Esports fighting against Archangel. So guys, kung namimiss nyo kanina si Lando, makikita nyo ulit siya the next match.
Ang daming fans talaga kay Lando dito.
Yes, and also makikita din natin ulit ang Archangel. We'll see kung kaya nila i-continue yung pace na ginawa nila against IPT at gagawin naman nila ulit against Barcy, or will Barcy also continue yung trend naman na ginawa nila against Emperor, which was also a very, very one-sided win, I would say, against Emperor Esports.
So going from the trend from day 1, guys, Mineski was able to still stay at the upper bracket. Now they're just waiting. Who are we gonna face? They have knocked down TNC Pro Team to the lower bracket, but now Barcy Esports.
Yes.
A bit tripped down memory lane. Barcy Esports are gonna face up against Archangel in our match 3, a best of 3 series. We wanna see you there. So guys, kita-kits tayo dun sa game, or rather match number 3.
Yes.
See you there. And so it's gonna be Rocks low on health. MJ going for the dive. They are forced to pop the Rift Herald. It's gonna be a party in the mid lane. That's gonna be them going on to Light, and that is Light being taken down by Nexta. ARK immediately switch. They're going in hard, but that's gonna be IPT fighting back. Heroes and Strength with the knockup onto Ivonis to slow them down. IPT looking good to clean it up. Your 2 shot rush is there for the chunk, and that's not gonna save Marky. Stand United. It's not gonna happen, but look at Shadow popping the stages to deny the resets from Pike. But in the end, Rocks will still get the kill. But meanwhile, Central will be picked up by Hate, and looks like it's going to be 2 members of Archangels down for the count. Well, MJ going for the cleanup, followed by Light. They have successfully shut down the Baron Pig from ARK. Go for a great bounce, but he gets rooted down by the Morgana. Hate still going in forward. He's gonna go back. Signal strike to use the hero damage. Light with a 2-man taunt. Light locking down Nixta and Rocks. Bombs to save this. There's the Morgana biting. They were looking for Archangel clumped together, but in the end, look at the protection that they're investing on the market. But in the end, Ivan is going for the exit kills right there. Archangel pushing back. Imperial Pro Team, they've survived every damage, and now Archangel, they're going for the cleanup. Can they go for Marky? But in the end, Turret Aggro will do a job for IPT. Still healing up all the damage they're dealing onto him. Still being invested onto this Mundo. Shelly going in for the taunt. Knocking down Nixta down, but looks like Rocks will finish him off. Leaving behind. Yikes. Leaving behind Shadow. Looks like the Pike will down for IPT. Now, only Hate, only Light remains. Light buying time with a stasis. Light, yikes. Immediately gets melted down. Archangel here. Following the trend here, they're going for a duo.
Yeah, and they're still trying to get hit. But yeah, Archangel looks like they're gonna move on to the next round, getting the 2-0 against IPT. Congratulations to Archangel.
Well played for Archangel, securing our match 2, a best of 3 series with a 0-0. So,